together more current and like approachable reel I can submit for auditions and like actually work on my resume, not just like change the font a little bit, delete some things, like really work on it and like list out the stuff I think is most representative of my style. And I really would, I would like to get an agent, so that's my next thing. I would like to submit stuff to an agency. And then, like, just fucking do every single one of those auditions. Every single one. Until something lands. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really what I want to do. So I would probably quit my job and, like, have to get, like, a part-time thing I could just go in and out of.
Yeah, I work at a temp agency. Mm-hmm. So that I can not work.
Yeah.
I get an audition.
Yep.
So I wonder, in that sense, because you're just using your current employer to push forward, like, what you actually want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, because I remember during getting into it, you had mentioned that when you were younger, you used to just try to make yourself laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there's an end game for you? Like, I'm just going to try to make money or reach where I'm like a household name? Or is it just, I just want to entertain myself?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's definitely mostly about me.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I think when you spend enough time feeling outside of your own world and not connected to many people or many things, or like not being able to relate to most of the people you know, you spend enough time that way, you want to cling to the thing that makes you feel like a part of your life, like makes you feel included into something big. You really cling to it. So I think keeping it in my life in any way, shape, any form is the main goal, because it makes me happy. And I don't know who I am outside of it.
Yeah.
Like, I had that thought a lot, too. It's like, because I couldn't identify with a lot of stuff in my coming of age and as a young adult or whatever. Now as an adult, it's like, I've made this my identity, and I've, like, grown into that as, like, a mold for the kind of person I want to be. Which is crazy, because then you think, like, well, I haven't tried everything. Mm-hmm. I haven't tried everything else, but I don't even know what I would like. I don't know if anything else is like what it's even like, or if I would like it, or what my opinion of it, all that stuff is.
Like being an archaeologist or something.
Yes, or I've thought about, I really, like, just right outside of it, I thought about going to school for art at some point, but like art history and curating and that kind of thing. I would love to work in a museum. I'm all about that shit.
That's fine.
But like, not really though. Like, if I was actually doing that now, I respect it enough that I would have to focus all my energy on it, and I wouldn't even, comedy or performing wouldn't even be there. Like, there would be no room for it. Because that's the kind of life I want to lead. It's just like where I'm super fucking focused on the thing that I want. Mm-hmm. That's all that matters.
See, for me, if comedy doesn't work out, I'm thinking like Olympic rollerblading is kind of, that's my fallback. That's the only other thing that ever like ever really got me. Is there a delay? Is there a delay?
Yeah, is there a delay in your headphones?
I think because I was thinking about what Yamina said, and then maybe there is a delay. Yeah, sure.
Even your reaction is delayed, dude.
Yeah, no, like, I totally know what you mean, as far as, like, feeling like an outsider, and that kind of, like, I don't know, like, I grew up in South Carolina, and I was not doing anything any of the dudes around me were doing, and it was just weird. But I got over that really quickly. I just was, like, kind of like what you said, a different creature. In my head, a better creature. That's, like, what I kept saying. I was like, I'm just above this. It's okay. But then, for the first time after moving here, I just found a bunch of, like, similar people. And,
sorry, dude.
I don't know, like, was music ever a thing? Like, I think the only other thing that I ever really, like, did, or really liked to do, besides, like, make people laugh, was, play
music? What do you play? Saxophone?
Yeah.
Saxophone? You guys,
I recently just got a saxophone that I am very scared to like pick up because
It's the
I'm gonna
best.
sound
You should do
terrible.
it.
Saxophone is a badass instrument.
Dude, as
you're
soon
not
as
gonna
the
get
Clinton
better.
administration starts, it's going to become the hottest thing for the next 4 years.
It's just fucking great. It makes every song it's in better.
And it also has a lot of comedy potential too. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I think like
Your
I-
impression of the saxophone.
Sound like a cat.
wait.
I can't sing. It's not a secret.
Whoa.
No, it was adorable.
Someone's taking it
No,
first.
yeah, no.
God, you don't get mad.
That's what it's gonna sound like the
Harassing
first time I blow
you is
into
our
it.
friendship. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
I would be more afraid if I did not get harassed.
What?
I mean, verbally, not sexually. Oh God, what have I done?
I was like, it's only Wendell, and anyone who's ever listened to one of our podcasts knows that he's not sexually harassing anyone.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I just don't feel like I can harass anything. Like even a regular, I couldn't harass a squirrel.
Is this
like,
what
if I
you? Is
wanted
this the
to.
snack you got?
I got this, and then there's trail mix
There's some
here in the cup.
Baller ass trail
It's
mix.
really
There's
good.
chocolate
Yeah.
pretzels.
Salty and sweet. But there's also like a lot of the trail mix is has some salty and sweet.
Okay,
Beware
I love
of nuts.
I love
in
these
case
things.
Nuts are weird.
I love these things.
Pumpkin seeds.
Are they pumpkin
Yeah,
seeds?
they're pumpkin. I
What's
think
the difference
so.
between a pumpkin seed and a pepita?
What's a pepita?
I think a pepita is a sunflower seed. Wait, is
I
a
don't-
sunflower seed what you just said?
No.
No, pumpkin
No,
seed.
pumpkin seed. Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know what that is.
It sounds like a sandwich.
no. I mean, I'm just like,
No,
I can see it. No, I'm just trying to look. I'm imagining the container holding them and
Someone's
trying
gotta
to see
look
what
that shit up. You're gonna bother us for the rest of this.
No, we don't
podcast.
look anything up. We
Yeah,
just
no.
deal with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, fine, I can
this
deal
is
with
pre Google. We've done entire podcasts telling our audience things that turned out later to not be true, so we're cool with it.
Oh,
We're like, yeah, that was the guy, and we look it up later, like, by the way, everyone, that's not who the guy is.
so can I ask you a follow up? Because you had mentioned that the only other thing that you dug was music. So it makes me wonder:
Mm-hmm.
is your ultimate thing comedy, or is it just acting in general? or
Acting in
singing?
general.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So,
I love comedy so much, but I just want to fucking be emoting to the
and then-
max.
And then my other question was: do you just view comedy as like an avenue to like push your acting?
No, because I do sometimes feel like it's a different. The way I do comedy, I feel like it's a different vein in the same body, kind of.
yeah.
Because I feel like the way I approach acting is really different. Because I really need to put myself somewhere as an actor. And in improv, it's like you're not about putting yourself there; it's about just getting there together, and not preparing for it.
When you say put yourself there, is it like sometimes I have a really hard time acting.
Am I talking like I'm Miles Davis or something? Am I just like making up my own like syntax to words and let me like because it's cool, baby. It's cool.
Yeah, sometimes the dove falls off the cliff.
Yeah,
What's up? You know,
I'm
hey.
No, I just think
Nonsense.
it's a broader. I think it's a broader term, and he's
Yeah, no, I just was.
I'm gonna keep eating this. I hope it's not.
Yeah, it's for
unprofessional
you.
or rude.
I have a like. I'm not prone to get like visibly angry in my real life. There are certain emotions that I just abstain from, like in a public, out loud way. So I have a hard time acting like that genuinely because I never do it. Like I never.
Interesting.
I don't know. Like I
I'm
like
the opposite.
like I practice it.
I would
like,
rather
in
put
private.
it on stage for everyone to watch than actually do it. I cry more on stage than I do in real life.
You don't like to
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
You don't like to deal with that shit.
Is that
Yeah.
what you were?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like I never am really like sad, like outwardly like sobbing or anything like that, or like or very confrontationally aggressive. So I was just like I go off what I've seen other people do, and I try to like mimic that.
Well, that's a valid point of view, really. I mean, some actors do that. Some actors feel like they have to really feel it deep down inside, and then some people feel like they just create a picture, and people are just viewing that picture, right?
Yeah.
And I realized that when I taught, I realized that when I teach improv emotions in improv class, they are, I have to explain both sides of it because some people really are open to the idea of feeling the feelings and some people are really very much not. And so I need to show them a way they can do it and show their scene partners what they mean without them having to feel the emotions. Now I want to feel the emotions, and that's actually been my jam recently. Like, my only improv troupe is Dirty Sunshine, but whenever I'm with them, I try to really like be as full emotion as I can, like really feel it. Like when things are going on, I want to be like, oh my God, you really made me feel like that in the moment. And the other day I had a scene with Eliana, and it was like, I don't know what happened. I was real excited about me and this girl sharing a cubicle, and then she was like, I'm moving cubicles. And my heart sank, like in real life. It sank like in real life. And the rest of the scene, I was so sad for that whole thing. And we just lived it. And afterwards, they were all like, it was so fun. That was so great. And I was like, I felt it. Like, I felt it in a way that I had never felt it before. And I feel like a lot of times, that's what the issue is it's like, you just got to keep chipping away at the wall. We all got a wall. I'm not like sharing too many deep feelings, though I suppose I've shared a few deep feelings with friends recently, and that sort of breaks down the wall a little bit.
But it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's such a good thing. No, guys. No use in putting up walls, You're still going to get fucking vermin in there making holes. Might as well let in all the good stuff.
Oh man, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now you sound like Miles Davis.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, I want to pick this apart. What are the vermin?
All sorts of things.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, because it's not just people. I don't know, like the wall can be eaten up by a lot of different things.
That being said, I was going to say earlier that you were saying that like you feel like doing comedy is something that keeps you from feeling alienated from people, and again, one of the most interesting things to me sometimes is the idea that everyone I hang out with is 10 years younger than me, right? And no, but the journey, just to be like, that's so interesting that's what you think.
Did you ever feel that way?
Now, what I'm saying is, but right now, I feel more alienated making the choice to continue to be an actor and a comedian from my peers, because the people who are my age have kids, are married, they have like major careers and jobs. Mm-hmm. They're like, what do you mean you're not planning for retirement? Like, my husband and I are crazy people to most people. Mm-hmm. They're like, what? I don't understand. Like, neither of you have a regular job. There's no guarantee of income at any point. And it's like, no, we figure it out. Because we do. And I've always said that to him, and I was like, we can figure this out. This is totally fine. And yeah, it's hard every time. But I would take that struggle for the benefit of being able to do whatever I want. To do this. To be able to be like, yeah, let's go do this project. Like, hey, let's meet at noon to do this. That openness is what I would give. But I've had to... There's a lot of ways in which I've become distant from my closer friends that I am the same age of, because their lives are different than mine now, and they don't understand what I'm doing.
I already see it happening, man. I already see it happening with my friends.
I mean, there's people that continue, but the crowd gets smaller and smaller, essentially. Like my age at the theater, people who are my age at the theater, my crowd is Louis Chadwick, Patrick Nicely. No, Patrick Nicely is too young. Mark.
Really? Patrick's younger than you?
And, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
And who else?
I don't know if we can say this on air, but how old is True?
He's like 34.
Oh, no, he's younger. Yeah, he's 34, though, or something, but he's still not. No, but I mean, like, Chadwick's older than me, Mark's older than me, you know what I mean? Like, whenever I'm, like, Dan Grimm, whenever I'm like, hey... So let's talk about the 70s.
You and Tammy are the same age, right?
No, Tammy is older than me.
There you go.
But Tammy exists in a ethereal universe.
Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't exist.
You're right about that, for sure.
Oh, never mind.
Also, if I lived in New Orleans, getting older would actually elevate me versus any other place. Like once I'm really old, I'll just move there, and then I'll become the wise old lady and whatever.
You just own like a comedy saloon, and it's just.
I don't even have to have a comedy saloon. I just have to have a house.
Look at the nuts with the
and.
Is that what you want?
I just have to sit on the front porch and tell people, it'll be all right, sugar. Don't worry about that.
I want to call people sugar and not sound weird.
It's okay. Give yourself about 5 to 10 more years.
I think you definitely have to say sugar. Like,
sugar?
Yeah,
sugar.
like, yeah.
Well, you can never say it. But
No, I definitely should. I felt weird saying it.
should. I think maybe get away with should.
Okay, yeah, like if you're like a waitress,
I don't think
like a waitress in a diner. late at night.
I could never. No, I wouldn't allow that.
Should
Get you some
night.
hot flapjacks, Shug.
Yeah.
People would yell at me for that.
Man, I love boudin. It sucks. It sucks that I love meat so much. I feel bad about loving meat every day.
Why?
What's your favorite meat?
Why?
Because it's terrible for the environment.
Oh yeah, the like to raise animals.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
like,
told that
You know, we're terrible for the
Sure.
environment too. So
True that, man. But also, I don't know.